Welcome back to UKSG Blue 2024. This event, we are raising money for prices and you can donate with the links below the stream. We would also like to shout out BSG for their continued support. My name is Calliope, I'm going to be your host for this next run, which is run by SynthKat and CDRomatron. It is a Link to the Past plus the Super Metroid co-op multi-world randomizer on the Super Nintendo or emulators. And they are going to explain to you what exactly that means, so take it away.
Alright, should we just hop into it and start getting a bit of showcase of what we're going to expect? Oh, and then we can start explaining from there. We've got plenty of time, we've got decent chunk of time to get through this. So we will start the time in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So this is both the Super Metroid and a Link to the Past. What that means in terms of randomizers is items aren't where they're meant to be, as well as the multi-world means that some of my items will be in SynthKat's world, as well as some of Synth's items will be in my world. I believe it was the swamp sprites were the core for these sprite choices. So I said things like friend here. Everything else that we had that was theirs. So us getting through our game as quick as possible, helping each other out. It's probably the best way. The way these seeds are generated ensures that they are also possible. One of my only settings from default is just making sure that the first item is which is funnily enough called the Multiworld. This is not going to be confusing at all because apparently items are renamed. Yep. Apparently the Multiworld is the Morph Bomb, like the Morph Bomb. So as you can see there was an item in there, like anything in Metroid. That means it is an item for Synth. If it has a up arrow next to it, it means that it is nebulously important. All of my items in Synth's game are stars. I do not get to know if it is worthy or not getting, I just have to get it. Cool, enjoy some love. That's very nice. So, especially in Link to the Past, checks as we go through, we're going to have some bottlenecks. When we get to Dark World, things will generally be a bit more open. We'll see. Just got although I've got some super missiles, so I can start going through and checking a few places out. The seeds generally have a specific path that they want to take you to finish. So the logic that runs ensures that if an item requires, if an item check requires a certain item to be accessed, that said item will not be behind that item check. And that goes across the whole game. So if something is behind that, it can be there. And generally we can use that to work out where the best place to go is. Waiting for holds can either be more bomb or some sort of power bomb that allows you to do some pressure. I was going to say, with the items I've got, I'm able to already go to Death Mountain, which can be cool. As I mentioned before, the logic, we can go out of logic, but that could lead to a long path of not finding the items you actually need. Sometimes it's nice to do that, but generally it's best not to do that.
nice engine.
Ooh, an energy drink. I've got plenty of health for when I get somewhere. So this is just a little unfortunate side effect of having the multi-world. One of the items I will need to effectively start my game will be one of the first items. Now there's regular missiles. Almost just missing bombs.
So probably now I'm going to start heading down. There's a bunch of checks underneath that green code. There's also chickens. One thing I actually really do like about doing randomizers like this, whether it's like otherwise, is how accessible it is. There's a lot of tools to actually get into randomizers like this. There's map trackers, item trackers, like you can see on the stream there, that help you go on your way, whether you're the first time playing or whether you've done it a million times. Really helpful tools for getting where you want to go.
So something that's been significantly more open. There's a lot of checks primarily around technical start, as well as some new tech just nebulously throughout the game. Getting on
So I'll also just check the time as well. So for Link to the Past, normally you have to get 3 millions and then 7 crystals to begin. We don't need that because we just get the dark part, but we still need 7 crystals. So I was checking the map there because the crystal we have 1 crystal and that is in Eastern Palace. So I will be reloading at some point. I'll also be needing a bow for Ganon, so that is another thing.
Ooh, power bombs, there we go.
That's handy.
There's a heart container already. I'm just going to go through a few places now that I can reach now that I have access to this. Which is a good chunk, because now power bombs were really the only thing stopping me from doing quite a fair bit here. So I can finish clearing off this small section here, do a few small sequence moves to get around a few things. So I'm first going to go over to the right here, and we made it up anyway. So here we go, we made it to this item. It's just out of logic, but we might as well pick it up because it's here. But wait, there's more.
Thank you for bombs. Needed that dearly. So here I'm gonna open Death Mountain early. Normally when you do this, you would have, you know, a light source. I do not. I have to do this completely blind. There are certain rooms I can do blind. That are more easy to do than others, this being one of them. But there are a few mazes in the game that are going to be not so fun to do in the dark. for which I will be hoping to get a lamp for, so I can see that.
I am relatively low on ammo here, so as I'm running about, I am keeping an eye out for additional power bombs.
There we are.
Throughout the game, most of the items in Metroid are going to be the various forms of ammo we can pick up. So I'm going to be looking out for getting as much of that throughout the game as we can. The more ammo we have, the less time we need to spend looking for like additional pickup ammo. So just climbing back up to the top of this area, which will allow us to start doing some of the early game sections as well. We can return to Samus's ship at any time for a full ammo refill, as well as a save. I've got to be very careful in Metroid, because if I do not save the game, it does not save my items. So if I die, I would need to redo significant amounts of progress, so I will be saving periodically.
Okay. So from the looks of it, my game's kind of telling me to go to Eastern Palace, because I've just found a bow. So bow and silver arrows, as well as swords and power gloves, are all progression-based items. So they will have multiple states. Armor as well. Forgot that. They're all progression-based. When it comes to things, I went through the wrong one. So seeing a bow is very nice. If I can get another one, I have silvers. And silvers do a lot of damage. They one-shot a lot of things. And they kind of turn bosses to mush, because they're supposed to be right before Ganon.
So since we pretty early acquired the gravity suit in this as well, I'm able to do a lot of the sections over on the right here. We're going to be able to perform the gravity suit jump, which will allow us to reach an area we're not meant to by using a glitch involving swapping the suits whilst we're in water, which allows us to get the height of the gravity suit as well as the physics without the gravity suit.
Just warping back to my house. It's quicker that way, since I haven't got a quick warp at the moment. With the flute, it gives you fast travel.
I think that was a little early on the jump there. Yeah, just a little too early on that swap there. So what I'm trying to do is pause and then jump at the last possible timing, and then remove the gravity suit, and that will cause my jump to gain an absurd amount of height, and that gets us out of there.
There are a few things in my run I'm hoping don't happen. Specifically, there is a single check in the game that requires me to go through a whole dungeon, which only gives me that one check, as well as access to Dark World if I need it. It takes a lot of time. I'd rather not do it, but now that I've said that, it's probably going to happen. It's not worth it.
I've just realized as well that I'm running slowly. I do not have the gravity suit equipped. It is hard to tell what is and is not the gravity suit with this skin, so I'm sure that'll be fun.
I will admit, like, my one's not too amazing. I don't know. I'm not seeing some cool animations, but the amount of sprites that are in Super Metroid has made it quite interesting. Peeking over at your screen every once in a while, and I'm just seeing two links on top of each other, like it's Minish Cap.
So the way we're able to do any of this is through the website Archipelago. It is an amazing website, amazing community. I would 100% recommend checking it out. It has a variety of games that are supported, and tons of different ways to play multi-world randomizers.
Yeah, I believe they're constantly adding new games as well. I was going to say, when we were setting this up, I realized they put a Hat in Time, which we'll be seeing later, in there, which that's going to be an interesting one to see. I wonder how a randomizer of that would go. Come on.
Yeah, some more ammo there. That's good. Just got a last few checks in Pink Criteria.
Item for you. Another item for you.
Very nice, thank you, thank you.
Ooh, nice bomb capacity upgrade. I'm not going to need bombs ever again. I also got a very valuable item for myself, the Moon Pearl, which allows me to be myself in Dark World, which would normally, without it, turn you into a rabbit. I don't know what that would do in Samus's case. Would you have any idea what that would turn you into?
It also turns me into a rabbit.
I'm trying to think what would make Samus, you know, on this end. Oh, thank you.
That's me just about cleared through pink criteria. There's one kind of like late game check which usually doesn't happen, so we'll leave that be one for now just because we don't have access, and we'll finish clearing out the last of this area before we move on to Green Brinstar.
Oh. Oh, okay, game. So I found my second arrow progression. I haven't been able to get the first one, but I know where it is. So I'm gonna have silvers very early in this. That is very, very nice. I'm also about to perform a glitch known as Fake Flipper. So currently I can't swim, but if I go for a screen transition when I'm in water, the game will go, oh, you know, he's gone for a screen transition while in water. You must have flippers, right? And so it allows us to go through water. Unfortunately, though, if we get hit, we will be soft-locked, so I need to be careful with this. This allows me to do a few checks early, which is quite nice. One being Hobo, who is under the bridge. And with Moon Pearl, I'll be able to do 2 more checks, and I'll be able to have a look at something else as well. If I had 500 rupees, this is me telling Mike to quickly drop me 100.
I was going to say I also just managed the Mac Ball there. Sequence broke and got you a potion and a cape.
Oh, the cape is very nice, actually. If I get 100, I could also do another check, because there's a 500 rupee cost for the Zora King. Big scam, probably, as always.
Ooh, and your lamp?
Ooh, and an item for you. Missiles.
And missiles.
Lamp, thank God. You might think it's not a great item. It is. Just need to get a right angle here. There we are. Specific pixel there allows me to get back into the screen transition.
Still just refilling my power bombs there. Gotta watch out for the invisible hole. Got over it.
More life.
Fall down the invisible hole. And get ready for this section here. Clear out a few of these enemies. And then we get the wall jump tutorial, which was where I kind of had to stop casually, just because wall jumps in Super Metroid are notoriously difficult and way harder than they should be.
At least in the older games. The older games are a lot more harder for it. There's a specific rhythm depending on your speed.
Yep, and receiving items does not help.
And as you can see, now we're walking on water. All that requires that is you not have flippers and have Moon Pearl. And you walk through that cave, go back out, and you have magic powder. That's very nice. I believe you've actually got me to... Yeah. Getting that item actually messed up my water walk.
Oh gosh, sorry.
No, you're fine. I can check those items later. I haven't got the money for Zora King anyway. It was only be one more visible check I could do there.
So that's me done most of the left side of Green Brinstar now. I'm moving to the right side of Green Brinstar. We're going to be able to do a skip to skip the Spore mini-boss. I'll just be setting up for a precise missile shot here. I placed that bomb way too high.
Now I've got Moon Pearl as well. I'm not going to... Oh, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that, unfortunately. I'm not going to be able to get my my silvers yet, because I need the mirror. But I am able to see if I can do anything in the rest of...
Oh, got it.
In the rest of Death Mountain. Yeah, because I have a hookshot.
So you're not meant to be able to blow up that wall. That was a really precise lineup I just did with some scenery. That allows us to go through this backwards. And there's sword!
Sword, let's go! I am not... no, I haven't got magic. If I had magic, no, and I also haven't got hammer, so I
That
know I
was
can.
well worth going out my way for.
Yes, thank you.
I'm going to get the two items down here, and then go collect the few from just above.
I think Eastern Palace is probably the better idea. Before I do this, I'll actually quickly do escape. So you'll notice as well when we started off, normally when you play Link to the Past, there'd be a storm and I'd have to go to try and save Zelda, who's been trapped in the bottom of the dungeons in Hyrule Castle. We started in an open seed, so it allows me to go anywhere. I don't have that intro. But these items are still here, so it is best for me to quickly go and get these checked. Helps now that I have a sword. Helps a lot. This? Oh, I got you.
Ooh, Ice
Rod.
Beam.
Oh, Ice Beam, sorry.
And there's another sword.
Master Swords is very nice, thank you very much.
Oh, I've got so much health. This is so nice being able to do this on a co-op seed. I am not used to having this much health so early on. I could very much get used to this.
There is a there's a single player version of this called SMZ3 where it puts basically the two games into one ROM. I believe the only way that works is because the way these games were coded was so similar. I believe they were like based off of each other or something. That the code actually works. So you can play this with one game, and you go between the two games via like two doors, a few doors in between both games. And playing that, there are many times when you're forced into Metroid with not so much health.
So we got the Ice Beam from Synth just earlier, and that's going to allow us to do this section a lot easier. And oh my gosh, the high jump boots.
You're welcome.
This is such an ice seed. So Ice Beam means I don't need to do the really scary wall jumps up here. I can just do this vanilla, which is a lot kinder. Oh. Almost. Enemies are being less kind than I thought. There we go.
One thing I have to keep in mind about this area as well, when it comes to the back of Escape, there are 3 items that are loot, and the rest are keys. I've already gotten a key from the end of Escape in the chapel, so I know that, okay, one of them isn't going to be a key. That's handy. So hopefully they're all in the back of it, behind a bombable wall. Otherwise they're going to be in darkness, but I do have lamps, so it makes that a bit more bearable, I guess. I forgot how much health that guy has.
It's so nice doing the sections with Ice Beam that you're actually meant to have Ice Beam for.
Oh, what, you somehow do without them?
Yeah, there's a lot of things the game expects you to be able to skip without Ice Beam. So it's a nice luxury having it this early on in the seed. So in terms of our overall objective, Synth needs to beat the 7 bosses, collect the 7 Zelda thingamajigs.
Yep. I need to collect 7 crystals, and then that allows me to get into Ganon's Tower. There's a boss gauntlet in Ganon's Tower. It's a very long dungeon. Once we get through that, we'll have the Ganon fight in the pyramid.
And for Super Metroid, we need to beat the 4 bosses from the main game, which is Raid, Ridley, the other ones. And once we do that, we have access to Torian, and we can go and face Mother Brain.
Second, I thought you gave me Mirror. I was like, oh, that's very nice. No, just a piece of heart.
I'm going to take a slight detour here. There's a few quick checks I could do by going down. However, there's one that's really out the way, which this is the quickest way I could get to it. So I'm going to go and collect it now in the abandoned ship.
Always found that area
annoying.
annoying.
Me from doing the abandoned ship right now. I've got plenty of missiles. Set up for another gravity jump here. Although I have the high jump boots, I'm not sure if I need that. Cool, made it with plenty of jump anyway. Go and put the gravity suit back on before I forget. More missiles, thank you, thank you.
No worries. You can never have enough missiles.
But yeah, so I'm going to be going out my way here for a check. You are venturing through a dark dungeon. Is there anything you, the host would like to read just now?
Yes, I actually do have a donation for you. This one came in just before you started your run. It's $10 from Infinity Gene saying best of luck to both of the runners. Also, SynthKat. My stomach was a little runny after that hot sauce taste test earlier on. But it was all for a good cause, so here's $10 to go towards that. And that donation went actually to your swapped sprites, so that's one happy customer, I guess.
I hope you enjoyed it. I'm taking that home afterwards.
Cool. It doesn't say Phantoms in my logic just now. However, I see no reason why I should be able to go. Shouldn't be able to go fight it just now. So I'm gonna go do that.
Yes, I got my items from Lower Castle. That's very nice. So now we'll be going in to do pod. That's the best part of my logic right now. I've also now got Pegasus boots. I don't have to walk everywhere.
So this will be the first Metroid boss I'm fighting off. Phantom. I can either hit it with the regular missiles or the super missiles. Believe it or not, super missiles do a lot more damage than regular ones. However, Phantom gets very mad if you use super missiles on him, and will cause the boss fight to take significantly longer. So what I'm going to do is be using missiles on most of the phases up until the single super missile will kill him. Ooh, and Screw Attack. That is huge, as well as Wave Beam. Oh. Screw Attack is an amazing move for Metroid. It gives me a lot of iframes in the air, will allow me just to go through this fire instead of actually being hit by it every time.
I seem to be having all your good items here. That's handy at least, you know.
So just slowly as I go through Phantom, he will turn slowly more and more red. Once I finish Phantom, then that will open up the rest of the abandoned ship. Where I get some more missiles and health pickups from the fire.
So with the settings we've got on in Power Castle, in any of the dungeons that we have in A Link to the Past, the keys, map, and the big key and compass, so the key items of every dungeon will stay in their dungeon, but they will be shuffled with every item that is there. So they can be in any chest that is in that dungeon. You can set it so that the keys can be anywhere in the world. That is a bit too ambitious for what we're trying today, so maybe another time.
Yeah, one really nice thing about these, the archipelago and the various things you can do, is there's a huge amount of customization in terms of like what you want to be able to do and what kind of skill levels you're comfortable with. Personally, I've not been playing Super Metroid too long. I've mainly been playing it through randomizers over the past 6 months or so. And the various accessibility settings has allowed me to generate a randomizer seed, which feels really fulfilling to still complete. However, doesn't involve anything which I feel is a super duper difficult trick, which I would find inconsistent.
No, I think one of the craziest things you can do is you can have a door randomizer in Link to the Past. So every entrance that you have in the game, randomized. You can have an enemy shuffler, So all the enemies are random enemies, so you could have Lionels in here, for instance. With key sanity, so you just don't know where you're going. Everything is shuffled. So I got big key early as well, so that means I am able to open this chest early. Got you charge beam.
Oh,
Look
very
at that.
nice. And that's 1 Metroid boss down out of 4.
Oh, very nice. As I said before, I did get lamps, so you're not going to see any more dark rooms done blind. I'm happy about that. Just makes these rooms a wee bit easier.
Now, after defeating Phantom here, it does restore the power to the wrecked ship. So, before these doors were completely inaccessible, now we can go through and find what was in them all. It's second from the bottom here. There we go. More rupees. We'll almost be at Zora, I assume. Yeah, you have 500.
Yeah, I've got 500, so I can go check that when I want to. There is another item in Zora that requires you to have the flippers, but you can see it early, so you can see if it is worth your time or not. If I haven't got anything else, I'll quickly check that.
There is a check I'm going to go do, but I am just going to save the game first, just because it has been a little while, and I would like to maintain my progress, please and thank you. This room can deal a fair bit of damage if I'm not careful.
So I'm wanting to get arrows here for the boss fight. You can fight them other ways. Arrows are quite handy. There's actually an enemy that requires the bow. The red armor here requires it.
So it is kind of confusing what we're looking for in terms of what items we'd consider like really good. Mainly because items that don't open up much are the better items in some way, because that allows us to just check a few things, whereas if we got an item which kind of opened up the whole map, then we could be searching the whole map for like what the next thing we need to do directly is. So in some cases we are still also looking out for things which aren't necessarily hugely helpful, but even if they just grant us 1 or 2 more additional locations, they can be extremely valuable.
I missed it. If I'm really good with my movement there, I can just kill everyone immediately in this room. This guy should be 1 more hit.
Not too worried about my health here, just because I do have the reserve tank, but I'm just being very cautious.
And there's 1 of my crystals done. 6 more to go. As I said earlier, check the map. We have green pendant, which is required for 1 item check in Hera Tower. I will not be going to Hera, unless I need to. And then we have another pendant in Desert Pass. So everything we need is in Dark World. So I'll be hunting for Dark World access as soon as possible. For that, we want to get the mirror. Mirror would be really handy for that, as well as any like another Titan's Mitt would be handy, or the hammer.
So I'm making the full use of the screw attack that we received earlier. Screw attack is a huge damage output, although the hitbox is a little wonky with this right. There we go. We get to hear the noises of these poor robots being very unhappy that we are bullying them.
While you're bullying robots, do you have time for another donation?
Oh yes, please go ahead.
Great. So we have $10 from Ginge Spectia, who says, "Good luck, City and Synth. Get the energy drink out to keep gaming on."
Thank you, thank you. So a few of the rooms in Metroid, you need to clear all of the enemies before it lets you progress. This is one of them, and it's annoying because you need to leave the room twice, which means I need to clear all these enemies twice, and this one just keeps flying out of my screw attack.
I'm not going to be able to do it.
There we go.
So a cool little glitch. I haven't got the mirror to prove it yet, but if you're in a cave, you can use the mirror to just delete blocks. Any pushable block that you have, if you spam mirror on it, you will just delete it. Really handy.
Cool. So I'm on the last few checks of the abandoned ship here. I'm wanting to go check the one at the top if I can, but I'm not sure if I'll be fully able to access that right now.
Well, I just found mirror right there, speak of the devil. Can you just delete this block? Like so.
Alright, I'll just get the items down here. So, super missile there. I've just memorized where like the various block things are.
Oh. You made me blow myself up.
Just need to be careful here with my ammo counts for everything but super missiles, apparently.
Oh, and something else.
More supers. Love to see it.
And you have more supers than anything else. That's a bit worrying.
Do I have enough health to get through this next room? I'm not sure if I do. I might need to grind out a little bit of health here. How much do I have in my reserves? Only 50. Alright, I'm just gonna go through this room like once or twice, just to pick up some more health pickups. I just kind of want about maybe 3 energy tanks to get through this next room. So that should only be about 2 more pickups.
Oh, okay. So I have an item check that's going to be very handy later on. That will be hammer. That's interesting.
Yeah, one thing that's pretty good to consider is that even when we can't necessarily reach the item, there's a lot of places where we can at least visualize what the items are, so we know whether locations will be worth checking or not. So here I'm just damage boosting over here, and who's ready to go bowling? Oh, I mean, I guess there's not so much bowling when you're a rabbit.
Bit more animal cruelty, that, isn't it?
Yep. Just gotta wait for the guy to wake up. He's gonna go. Is he gonna roll a strike?
Oh, and you get missiles. He's certainly walking a long way to the to where to strike,
yep.
right?
Oh, he's completely off course now. Where's he gone? Oh, that's okay. He's just letting us down here.
He's gone in the bunker himself. Is that what they call it in? That's very nice. Is that what they call it in bowling? The bunker, or is that just in golf?
I think it's gutter.
Gutter, right?
Yep. I am 1 power bomb short from being able to do a check down there. Do I commit to going back through there for 1 power bomb? I'm gonna leave that for just now, because I want to come back there anyway later for the check that was up high when we have space jump. So we're just gonna hope that wasn't important. Famous last words.
Yeah, so for the hammer, I'll need to have Dark World access. I do now have Dark World access, though, thanks to Titan's Myth. That will allow me to pick up all the dark-coloured, like the dark blue, or dark green, depending on your eyes, rocks, which is very handy. Still doesn't give me every access though. The hammer is very handy for that, and I have not got it yet. I'll need to grab that. Which I believe I should be able to grab.
So going in back into Simus's ship here for a full ammo recharge. We're also going to go back down to where we started the game for the one final check that we weren't able to get earlier due to the lack of power bombs. And luckily that's on its way down, and that takes us right into Green Meridia, which will allow us to go and fight our second boss already. We're going to be heading along to Kraid. Oh yeah, I've got Ice Beam. That will means Ice Beam means that I will freeze enemies before I kill them, which is not always what I want if I just want them to die quickly. Ice Beam is particularly handy for platforming, but not great for when I'm just needing to clear out a room.
As I mentioned it before, you can just delete blocks if you have the mirror, and you're in a cave. You see a bit there. Saves me a bit of time. You're going to see in a few areas, specifically Checkerboard Cave, which is, you could just mow through it. Ah, yes, that's very handy, thank you. Grab this. Oh, very healthy run, this one. For both of us, we've got so much health.
Yeah, I am not complaining about the amount of health pickups we've been getting so far.
I'm already on my
super comfy.
I'm already on my second row of hearts.
Oh my gosh, that is incredible. Ooh, there is a check I can do over here since I got the wave beam.
Did you? Oh yeah, you gave me a red potion, didn't you?
Yep.
Ah, I need to check Bug Kid.
I was out of logic, so it may be early.
Not Bug Kid. So Bug Kid is a check you can do in Kakariko. All you need for it is a bottle. And then Key will give you what would normally be the bug net.
So Wave Beam allows me to shoot through walls. That will allow me to hit the switch from the other side. And allows me to come down to this thing here. I never realized that door was one that required you to kill the enemies. And apparently I did not. There we go. That's the last one cleared out. Super missiles, very nice.
Drop off, do that.
And that's our final item in Green Meridia done. Next, we will be heading off to near Brinstar to go and fight Kraid. Kraid's meant to be the first boss of the game. He's a super pushover, especially with super missiles. He only takes 3 to kill.
He's tiny as well. Like, I remember people saying he was going to be absolutely huge. He's just a small guy.
He's just a little guy.
Yeah, he's just small. Bit of a piss over, really, as you said. I do love I love the music in both these games. I don't know which one I'd prefer more. The Metroid, both Green Meridia and Red, so as you're on now, some of the best soundtracks I think Nintendo's ever done, in my personal opinion.
And I will say, having the gravity suit from the start is very convenient. I am not a huge fan of the water physics in this game, and the gravity suit means we can completely ignore those water physics. I also I'm not having a great time with this door right now.
So let's see what SynthKat gives me. An energy tank.
Oh, I also haven't. I've realized I've not really explained many Metroid things. The different colored doors require different ammo to go through them. The orange ones require the power bombs. Green ones require super missiles, and the pink ones require either missiles or super missiles.
And a wee cutscene there.
Do you have plenty of things still to check on yours?
Oh yeah.
Cool. Okay, I'm gonna go do Kraid because that doesn't a huge number of checks, but it allows me to progress. So I'm gonna do a glitch here to enter Kraid early. It is as easy as it looks. As I say, as I fail it first right.
Oh
wait, hold on. I have the high jump. I can just never mind. It's in logic. Never mind. Ignore me.
Oh, goodness.
But no, you can just do a jump from that platform. You don't actually need the high jump, turns out.
I have to be careful here. There's some enemies that do a lot of damage, especially when I have only green mail at the current time. Or I guess I should say green suit.
Ooh, an important item.
Ooh. Oh, that's nice. That's not bad.
I have not played enough Zelda to actually know what that is.
Okay, so blue cane and the red cape do the exact same thing, but the blue cane has an animation which is quite laggy. So you typically want to use cape if you're wanting to be invincible. Oh, got 9 for you.
These Idors either take 1 super missile or 5 regular missiles, so we're usually just going to throw a single super at them to kill them out quickly. Here's Kraid. Once he decides he wants to turn up.
Oh, he's a bit bigger than I last saw him.
He's just a little guy.
Yeah.
So we're going to shoot him in his eyes, that'll open his mouth, and when he opens his mouth, we'll shoot in his mouth. If I can jump. There we go. And then he's going to break the ceiling.
What'd you send you there? More missiles.
And we're going to shoot him in the eyes a few more times. Then in the mouth. And then one last time. The eyes and the mouth.
Oh yeah, I'm in Dark World.
Cool, that's great. So we are 2 bosses down. Defeating the bosses doesn't actually do anything for my progression other than reach the item that's after the boss, but I will need to beat all of them anyway to be able to complete my game. And the sooner I'm able to complete my game, if I'm able to reach the very end, that will release the items in my world and provide the remaining ones to Synth. Meaning I don't necessarily need to do 100% completion of this to receive to send all of the items.
Same for me as well. If I somehow beat it before Mike does.
Yeah. Traditionally, Metroid finishes first just because it's a bit of a shorter game, but it could go either way.
Yeah. I mean, with the way I've been handing you items, I feel it's probably going to go that way. Not like I'm too far gone on my items as well. I've got a lot of really good items on me.
I'm also really happy with my ammo counts. I'm almost feeling confident to be able to fight Ridley once I get the Varia suit. It is hard to tell when I am crouching and when I am a rabbit. I am not used to being a rabbit. There's just a handful of small checks to do down here. Maybe this one here. I think it's this room at least.
And what did I get you?
No, that's the map
More
room.
missiles.
1 door down. There we go.
Now that I'm actually in Dark World proper, I can have a look at the map. Okay, so we have Thieves Town, we have Skull Woods, we have Turtle Rock, that's fun. Palace of Darkness, Swamp Palace, and Ice Palace, my favorites. We do not particularly like Ice Palace. It can be a lot of backtracking if you haven't got certain items. Thankfully I do. That's also a nice item. It gives me a check. Yeah, this is the part of the run where now that I have a decent amount of Dark World access, we're going to see a lot more item checks coming through.
Yeah, hopefully soon as well we'll be able to start finding the... I think the Varia suit is what's holding off me doing a lot of Metroid just now.
If I had hammer, I could do that. I do not have hammer yet.
The Varia suit will allow me to go through more of Norfair without taking damage. Just going to save my game though before I progress through Meridia. So Meridia is all underwater. It is an absolute pain to do without the gravity suit, so it is super nice. And not only do we have the gravity suit, we've also got the high jump. to make all the platforming super duper easy, and I could not be happier about that.
I'm on to my second dungeon. Might as well do Thieves Town while I'm here.
Gonna re-equip the Ice Beam, do some platforming off the sky.
So Thieves Town consists of two wee zones. First off, you've got this grid where we need to find. That's nice. Where we need to find the boss key first, and then we need to open up a wee skylight and grab the boss. The boss tries to pretend to be someone else than not, but with the skylight, their little disguise gets foiled, and then we fight. Speaking of that fight, a lot of people, if they remember playing this at any time, it can be a tricky fight, and it seems a bit random. But if you do the correct input, it's the exact same fight every time. If I could do that, we'll have a look at it. I might not be able to do it. The second half of it can be a bit tricky, but we'll give it a shot. You can see the game lagging with too many sprites on screen as well. Thank you.
So, can't get the item up here, but I am going to jump up just to see if I can get a glimpse of what it is. See if it would be worth ever coming back for. Just need tank. Okay, that's fine. I can just kind of write this off as another place I don't need to go. I think there are some other points in Meridia I can reach as well at the moment using the gravity jump. So I'm going to try pull one of those off just now. I think that was a bit too early for the jump. Oh, there was an enemy there as well. Okay, that wouldn't have worked out anyway.
I'm getting bullied by this room.
Is that gonna get me high? No, and I'm a bit too far over. Okay, that's fine. If I aim from there, we'll see where we get to. Not sure if I got the jump into it. No, I didn't. It's a little too late. I want to be pressing jump at the last possible time before I lose control. Yeah, I got the jump there. Oh, so close. Okay, we can do this again. Just need to stand a little closer this time. Okay, got it.
While I'm here, I'll grab some health from this guy. So if you use magic powder on anti-fairies, they become fairies. Nice little handy hint. I believe they used to have that in the actual guide when games used to have guides.
So using that gravity jump there, we've been able to go a tad out of logic. I'm going to be clearing up some additional checks in Meridia before I head back to the abandoned ship for the last few checks around here.
Yes, there's a lot of keys in this dungeon you actually don't need. The boss, as I grabbed her there, she was behind 3 locked doors. You don't even need keys for those doors, you just push them. Kind of hinting towards the fact that she's not actually trapped. Right, let's see if I can pull off the scripting for this. Nah, missed it. That's fine. Do the first bit of it.
few more bits around here I can still access before leaving this bit. I'm going to do a save here on purpose. Ooh, the Varia suit, that has opened up a huge amount. So I'm going to save the game here because I'm going to go down 2 different paths, check their items. If one of them is completely useless, I will just reset the game to go back to that save point. Because walking all the way back here can be quite long and tedious.
Yes, that's my second Crystal Palace there. Just handy.
X-ray. And what's the second item? Because I am pretty happy holding on to the X-ray. Ooh, and more bombs. Can't ever say no to more bombs. Need to get in here. The quicksand is being unkind.
Come on, game. Can I please have the item? Thank you. I swear every time I do that mini game, it's always too slow.
The movement out of quicksand is tough here, and then I want to turn into Morph Ball when I'm going up to fit in that hole.
Got 2 checks. I've actually got a few checks here. Got 1 here. It's quite nice. And then I've got 2 in that little flower bit up there. We've got Stumpy, a nice little classic character who played the flute originally, but then fell into the dark world and became a tree. He gives us a nice item, and he tells us where he left this flute. Obviously, I have the flute, so there's something else there. We'll figure out what that is.
Okay, that's the first of those 2 things checked. I've still got the left side to do, however, I've also now got access to Norfair. How much of the game do you still have access? Are you still needing... sorry, how many checks do you have access to at the moment, roughly?
Pretty much most of the game at this point.
Cool, okay, I'll not rush to get some things then. Because I'll need to be going back through there when I fight the boss as well.
Yeah, only thing I'm needing is... I need Fire and Ice Rod, because Turtle Rock. I'm going to need a medallion, I'm not sure which. Flippers I'll need. And I know where Hammer is, so that's fine. Oh, we're about to come up to a really fun check here. There's a check known as Hype Cave, which is a bunch of checks in a straight line. Hopefully this time it will be hype. Typically is.
I'm really excited for this Hype Cave. Let's see what we get.
Better be hype. Now that I've hyped it up. Right. Here's one.
Ooh,
Speed booster already, Pog.
Should we get some hype for Hype Cave?
Bombs, money, missiles, and more money. I have more money than I know what to do with.
Awesome.
The speed booster is a very good item for you.
Yep, that allows me to do this room, which I just reached.
I cannot do this dungeon because I have not got flippers. I cannot fake flipper in there, unfortunately. I can't go to Ice Pass either. Yeah, I'm gonna have to quickly do this.
Ooh, sword.
Very nice, very nice.
Is that you up a Master Sword now?
That's me, no, that's me on Tempered Sword now. I've got one more upgrade after this for sword, and that's the Buster Sword. Very rarely do I get that. Nod, nod, hint, hint.
My least favorite room in the game, where every floor is fake, and I need to remember and walk very carefully into it, so I can do the check. This is the only real block in the room. It is a non-useful archipelago item. Okay, I'm not going to bother. It's probably just rupees or arrows or something.
At this point, the only thing I need is useful items. There's nothing that I'm desperately dying for. Besides key items.
Do I go down and do the Krockermeyer check? I am currently just hunting for items, so I might as well.
I did have bombs for this, didn't I? Making sure I did. Sometimes I don't have bombs while I get to this bit. Yes, I did.
So this is the first mini-boss that we're seeing. We're normally have meant to see in one or more the Spore spawn by now. This isn't a required boss, however, he does hide about 4 checks, and he is a relatively quick boss. So I'm going to take this time to clear him out. Unfortunately, we are going to bully this poor little guy, who is countering all of our attacks.
He does look quite cute, actually. Oh, look at him.
I am going to damage boost all the way to the far side. Get the item.
So why does Samus kill all these innocent creatures and only save certain ones?
So you got to run back and forth. And then we get the Ghost of Krockermeyer. How many hits do you think it takes to beat this fight?
1.
1 hit? No, he just dies.
Oh.
Ooh, reserve tank. Thank you, thank you.
That's our first one, isn't it?
I think I've had 1 reserve tank so far, but yeah, for the most part, that's been not many. Double check my items as well here. I've got the high jumps, the speed booster. Oh, I think I understand what the game's wanting me to do here. It's wanting me to use the speed booster from the Krockermeyer room through to get to the left side here. So I've got to leave that door open. And then get a running jump here. There we go. There we go. Get across that gap. All that for any tank.
I can now get my silvers as well now that I've got the mirror. I can do that now. See if I can get my hammer while I'm at it. That will give me a lot of access to stuff. So to finish the game, I do need 1 pendant. Pendant for Turtle Rock will be randomized, however. I do have a check here because I have the Book of Medora. If you have the book and Master Sword, these are free checks. It takes a bit to get these, but if I'm here, might as well. That was a rupee horde, so I'm absolutely swimming in rupees.
Still going for a speed booster jump here. Missed it.
Hmm?
Never been a fan of the speed booster jump. It has never treated me well. There we go. Up and over.
Bit of a shame I didn't have to use Dark World left early. You can clip through the screens of Death Mountain to get back to where the chapel is. And if you're in Dark World and you haven't got certain items that allow you to get to the other side of Dark World, you can use that to get there early. It is actually quite an interesting strat in that regard. But I didn't get to show it off because I got all the items I needed.
Yeah, I was too far to the left there. It's closer to the edge. There we go. E-tank, that's fine. Is this the last thing I need around here? Yes, it is. Oh, that just takes me down there. Okay, never mind. I thought that was going to take me somewhere else. That's all fine. We can just go back the way we came. I think we can just go back the way we came.
And go through here. If I remember.
Oh, is this why we can't go back the way we came? No, we can go up the right wall. Not used to going the wrong way up here.
Oh, there we are. Yeah, invisible path there. It's a bit tricky sometimes to visualize where it is.
Just checking my map. I have a lot of this place still to clear out. That's us done with the brown Meridia. Or brown Norfair, rather. So now we can start clearing out the rest of red.
Right, while you're clearing that out, would you like to hear another donation?
Oh, of course.
Oh, please go ahead.
Great, so we have $5 from CBK, who is saying, having an amazing time at UKSG. Also, much love to the lovely host Kelly. Well, thank you very much. And that donation went towards the Terraria Master Mode, unlocking the Master Mode for Terraria, which will happen in, I think, around 6 hours. Which leads me to our Bid Wars. There's one other Bid War coming up, which is gonna happen in 2 runs from this, which is you can choose the boss for Darkest Dungeon 1. You have the choice between the Hag, the Necromancer, the Siren, and the Swine Prince, all apparently lovely options for a late night date. So, yeah, put your donations towards your favorite.
Alright, I was just checking that item up there. It's not required, so I'm not going to worry about going out my way for that. So I think the game wants me to go down and around here. Trying to figure out how it's getting me back to the standard parts of Norfair. Not a cave I normally go through.
There's another cool glitch you can do here if you haven't got magic powder. If you have the mushroom and you have the red cane, you can use all your mana with the red cane. Press red cane on the pot here, and as you're doing that, go into your item menu and change to the mushroom, and it will just take it. You won't take the mushroom, it will just come up and go, yeah, you use magic. And it's quite handy if you haven't found magic powder. It's a check that could be anywhere, because there's only one item. Ooh,
enjoy your last sword.
Thank you very much. Yeah, there's only one item check that actually requires magic powder, and that's the check I just had there. So yeah, it's an item check that can be anywhere, so that glitch can be helpful if you need it.
Well, using the ice beam there, that allows us to navigate around here. This is another one of those fun rooms where, like, okay, cool, we got the item. Wait, there's more.
I did say those skullwards as well. I need to go to, I'm pretty sure. Yes, I do need to go skullwards. Can't go skullwards without fire, though. So I do need fire rod for that.
So here's the item that is hidden behind that item. Oh. But wait, there's more.
That's actually helpful.
That is very important.
Yeah. Ether Medallion can be helpful. As I mentioned before, the boss dungeons that require it, so that would be Desert Palace and Turtle Rock, are randomized. So they could use either of the 3 that we have access to. So getting that is very handy. It also could be used, obviously, in rooms, Ether Medallion. I'm surprised I still haven't found half magic yet at this point. There's an item for you.
Ooh, supers. Thank you, thank you. Gonna be going through the running room here. This is just a nice set piece room. Hidden item up here. Because you're only meant to find a few of these things casually. And the idea is like you find a few of them, and then everyone finds like a different few. However, of course, in a randomizer, I need to find them all, which means looking in the worst obscure places.
At this point, looking at my seed, it's kind of guiding me to Palace of Darkness. I've got bow, I have hammer, which is required. Yeah, I believe I've got everything I would need for that, so I think pod is the way to go. I'll be walking there.
I am not a big fan of doing this room without space jump. That guy is a bit of a bully. And then we've got this bit. In jump, perfect, first half's done. Second half, we need to go up this wall, up and around. Another important item.
Ah, there we go, there's half magic. Talking about that not too long ago.
Some of these spikes are fake. There's our fake spikes. We've got one more item I want to check in Red Norfair before we start heading to Lower Norfair. I think we can... I'm trying to think if I need anything in particular for Lower Norfair that we don't already have.
Is there any items you need in general left to beat the game, or are you in go mode?
Don't think I'm in go mode. I don't have the space. I'm trying to think. I'm missing the space jump and one other item. I think it's just the bomb. Actually, yeah, I might be.
You're in go mode?
Very possibly. A little low on the ammo side, but I think I should just be able to start clearing out some of the locations. So let me save the game, and then I will go see if I can go fight Ridley.
So what we mean by go mode, for any randomizers like this, is when you have every item you need to actually beat the game. So if Mike or myself were by ourselves, we didn't have someone else's items to find, we would literally just not have to go through any chests or anything. The only thing we'd need, at least in my case, would be finding any keys or anything for the dungeons that I need to complete still. But I wouldn't need any loot items specifically.
I am not going the right way to Ridley. It is down one more corridor. I'm trying to think. There's a good reason I shouldn't be fighting Ridley. Oh, I don't need the grappling hook. Yeah, no, we'll work it out when we get there. I'm relatively low on bombs, so I'm just being conscious of that.
Yeah, it's only been missiles we've been getting, haven't it?
Yeah, hopefully we will find some super bombs on the way.
As I said, I've got silvers now, so all these enemies are a lot more easier to kill. Any enemy that gets hit by silver arrows, if they're weak to arrows, die instantly. Bosses are also a joke when it comes to silver arrows as well.
I think these guys all drop bombs, so I am going to finish them off, take their loot.
The mirror can also be used to send yourself back to the start of a dungeon as well, if you're in one.
Oh, I don't have the thing to get up here, but I can probably do the gravity jump. Hold on. Almost. I'm just going to try that once more with a better jump. Don't think I got the jump. Nope. Don't think I got the jump.
That's Quake Medallion. That's a very handy item as well.
Think I got the jump there. Oh, almost. Okay, I'm not going to bother attempting that. I am going to go do the other thing, and we can look for a space jump. I knew there was a reason we can do Ridley. That was missing. That is one of the tough things with doing some of these randomizers, is trying to remember what is and what is not possible with your current item set.
Yep.
I probably could make that jump, however, it would make sense for me to hold off, especially when there's other places I could currently still go and get some items.
Yeah, I find, especially for things like pod, it's easy to forget that certain items are required for it, whether it be because a door needs a certain enemy to be killed that requires a bow, for instance, or has a special statue that needs to be shot with a bow, or you need a hammer. There's plenty of items that are like that throughout the game. In certain spots, so just try and remember where they are sometimes can be a bit tricky. It's one of the dark mazes of the game. I believe there's 3 of these. There's one in here. There's one in Hyrule Castle. And I believe there's also one in Ganon's Tower as well. Just because.
Super fun item. Someone decided to hide down here.
Oh.
Missiles.
Oh. I'm actually surprised by the lack of bottles as well. Usually I find quite a few bottles. There's 4 in Zelda Link to the Past that you can find. They can all be used with the bug net to collect fairies, and you can also put potions in them as well. But yeah, we've only had 1 this game.
So at the moment I'm going to be heading up to Meridia once again. There's a few final places we can go through, clear out, and then defeat the boss there, and then we will be 3 out of 4 bosses done. And then, of course, then it'll just be a hunt for the space jump. Once we get access to space jump, we will be properly in go mode. As I think that's the only thing we'll be missing at that point.
Yep. I was about to say I thought I gave you that, but no, it was high jump, wasn't it?
Yeah, high jump. I don't have the grapple beam, so I can't do the one down there. But we can do this now without the space jump. Yeah, just as I'm adventuring to the next main boss, is there anything you'd like to read in this time?
Yeah, I would like to remind everyone, when you're donating, 10% of your donation goes towards UKSG's future events, but 90% of your donations will go towards supporting Crisis, the charity supporting people out of homelessness for good. Now you might be wondering, but what does my donation actually help achieve? So just to give you a few price points, donating £8, Crisis located in the UK, pounds in pounds. £8 could provide someone with period products, including pads and underwears, which is something that someone facing homelessness may not be able to afford. £20 could go towards gas or electricity costs for someone setting up their new home or struggling to make their bills. And £100 could go towards helping someone find their way back into employment, from training through to finding and securing a job. So all of your donations, big or small, are helping a lot, so thank you very much for donating and supporting Crisis.
Thank you for those words. Just going to be going through, clearing this room of the Metroids. I just want to get a few health pickups here, because I'm a little low before this next mini-boss. I'm not too worried about it, but I would just like a little more than I have at the moment.
This is one of the rooms that I would never do blind. You have multiple enemies that can change directions and can only be knocked down with a hammer. Not very fun to do without being able to see them. Little walk down here, and then we'll be at the boss for this dungeon.
Cool. we have the very unhappy snake. There we go.
What? Give me bombs.
That is the Meridian mini-boss done. Just going to clear out these things here. I would love to see what this item is. That's an important item, so we're going to go get that right now.
And that's that boss done. Yeah, so you can quickly kill the boss, or you can destroy his shield with well-placed bombs, and then, since I've got silvers, he dies immediately to that.
Cool, that's me just found you the mushroom as well.
Nice. Yeah, that actually kind of glitched out the crystal animation. I've never seen that before. And mushroom is nice. That gives me 1 check as well.
So these baby Metroids, they're not too much of a threat. I can defeat them with the screw attack. The later Metroids we'll see in the final level will require the ice beam and then missiles to destroy. And just need to deal with this horrible quicksand here. Up and around. Going to this top part first for an energy restore.
And more super missiles.
Always more super missiles.
Oh yeah.
Can't ever have enough.
There is a check I have been a bit neglecting. Once I've gone and checked King Zora here, which I've also been neglecting, I'll quickly go see if I can get that.
And here I'm going to be able to showcase a glitch I learned recently involving microwaving this boss. So if you've seen speedruns of Mega Man before, the bit where they pause the game to make the missiles just kind of do a bunch of rapid hits, funnily enough you can do that with the X-Ray in this game, if you have the charged plasma beam equipped. So I do have that, that's all fine, everything I need. So I'm going to swap to supers to destroy these side parts here. I'm going to swap to X-ray. Charge up shot, and I should be able to get him to here.
10 hours, bruh. What a scam.
Hey, got him on 1. So yeah, there's the boss. He is a little guy. Just a bunch of little guys. Oh, I'll mark that boss. Done as well.
Oh, do you have to click off yourself?
It's no. The only thing which is not automatically tracked is the bosses.
Really? Oh,
oh yeah, then I need to get out of here, which I need to do a gravity jump. Get the jump.
what is quite handy on my end, you won't be able to see it. I haven't got a map. I personally don't care for the map. It's too much for my eyes, but I do have a number of checks that I've done in each area, so it's handy for that. I could see how much in Light World, how much in Dark World, and every dungeon. You know, I'll do this check first actually. Now I've got half magic and hammer.
I'll just be going through the last of the Metroid checks here. I've got a few to do near the top. They're just kind of scattered all over the place for the rest of the game, really. I've got a handful to do down in Lower Norfair, however that then requires me to have done the space jump. So we'll leave that for just now until we come across that. I think we can just go down through here. Hidden shortcut.
Yeah, I've had this, a few checks up here that I've neglected for a wee while. And I'm going to quickly grab.
Here's the part I was mentioning earlier. So we went down the right side previously. We're going to go down the... Oh, no. We were going to go down the left side. Now I need to go back all the way around.
Everyone loves Meridia. You know, it's the best.
Yeah, it's my favorite part of the planet.
Yeah, here's a check I could have done all the way back when I got the Pegasus boots. Thankfully, it wasn't anything important.
Oh, this quicksand section is the absolute worst to try and navigate through.
Okay. So if I wanted arrow capacity upgrade, I would have to have done the entirety of Hyrule Castle. That's the upper area where you fight Aghanim. No, that's not worth it. I'm happy that that's not a required item for this run. Because it takes a lot of time to do that, and it does not give me much at all doing that. Check.
Cool, so I'm just going to do one more lap around here to get to that left side quicksand, which I unfortunately fell down the right side. So we're able to use the speed booster here. That will allow us to skip having to do the precise gravity jump.
I should have come here when I was in Dark World, because it allows me to do 2 checks at once. That's fine. I can quickly go get Dark World now.
Cool, okay, made it over the quicksand.
Oh, very nice.
I have not had problems with that before. That was a different thing to experience today. So 2 more items down here. Let's see if this was even worth going for. An E-tank and an item I can't see yet, so let's find out.
Yeah, so I'm kind of, when it comes to dungeons, I'm kind of in a limbo. Because I have Turtle Rock, that requires ice and fire. I have Ice Palace, which requires me to have flippers. I have Swamp Palace, which requires me to have flippers. And I have Skullwoods, which requires me to have fire. So it's a bit of a catch-22 at the moment. I could technically do Ice Palace if I really wanted to with Fake Flipper. That actually might be what I have to do, considering everything else I've got currently.
But an awkward jump here. I need to go to Morph Ball whilst going up. And not fall down here. No! That's okay. I can just go back around. I'd love to know what's in that container. See if any of this is even worth going for. Can I get that from here? Oh, it's just a useless archipelago item. That's fine. I will leave that all be. Hopefully you do not need more rupees.
No. After paying everyone in the game, I still have 1,368 rupees.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's all of my checks, and oh my gosh, I have got stuck in this hole. That's a new one. I'm gonna wait till I'm done freeze. There we go. I don't think I checked the speed booster item as well. I should go and check that before I leave Meridia. I'm not gonna go for the full speed booster setup necessarily. Just because that can be a bit precise, and I don't want to have to go through that if I necessarily don't have to.
What item?
But I will check at least what the item is. Just a regular archipelago item. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna leave that.
Too many enemies on the screen. Ooh, there is an archipelago item. I will grab that actually.
So at this point here, I just need to make my way back up to the top of the map. So plenty of adventuring to get through here. Once the game wants to give me my spin jumps, there we go.
Wasn't letting me do that. It's a shame. I'll just have to use a wee bit of my magic to get by it. If it will let me. Thank you.
I'm going to turn off screw attack for this section, as it will destroy the platforms otherwise, and I would like the platforms.
Missiles.
Missiles. And never have enough of those.
Yep.
We're just going to turn screw attack back on before I forget.
So I've got a few item checks I could do here. I'm going to be going back into Kakariko in Dark World, because there's a chest where the blacksmith's blacksmith's house is. I could take that down to the entrance to where the desert is and get a check there. While I'm doing that, I can also then go down to where the Zora is, and there is a check that I could do with catfish. We have to be a bit rude and throw some junk into his little pond, and he doesn't like that, so he pays us to go away.
So I'm going to do a really cool speed booster jump here. Takes us up to this hidden platform at the top. And then I'm going to head for the items on the left side. There's 3 possible ones.
This would technically be Bombos, normally. If it gives me Bombos, that'd be nice. Get a vanilla check. Nope. I
More
gave
missiles.
you more missiles. Very nice. That's in Light World, isn't it? I always forget this this item check's in Light World. I always believe it's in Dark World.
Cool. I need to be careful with my positioning here. I want to fall down on both sides at the same time, so I can go to either side if I need. Yep.
Thank you. That's a very, very good item.
And that lets me go to the left side as well, so I don't need to do 2 visits. If you start falling down one of those pathways, there is no way that you can just like jump back up to get the other one.
I actually talked to this guy twice. SMH.
It's very rare that I actually get to do the check here. So this is the check that I mentioned for Pink Meridia, which is really rarely done. It's this one that requires both Speed Booster and Ice. So it's pretty rare that it comes up.
So now I've got a Fire Rod, I am able to go do Skull Woods. To be handy. That'll be the next dungeon I do, probably. Before that, I am going to quickly do a check as well.
Ooh, do I have enough energy to do this? Yep, that's fine. Cool.
Oh, nice. I'll tell you, that's a full heal. Needed it. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more hearts to have max HP. I'm pretty sure we've both collected every single boss canister that I've had. So all of my containers are pieces of heart.
Cool. I think I've got only a few places left to check up here. I'm gonna go... Ooh, where should I go from here? Down to the left? Yeah, I think I go down to the left to go clear out that final shack down in Green Meridia. And then that should mean I just need to head to the abandoned ship after that.
Oh, I'm for you. And what do we get?
Energy tank.
Yeah, so now that I've got Fire Rod, I can now very comfortably go do Skull Woods. After that, I'll probably go Ice Palace. Hopefully by then, I've got flippers, so I could do Swamp Palace and then do Turtle Rock at the end. Skull Woods has mainly an outside area and then an inside area. The outside area can be very tricky. There is a few keys that you actually don't need, but it's mainly just a hunt for the big key for us. We only need 2 keys and a big key. And there's only 2 loot checks here, so we want to be in and out of here if we can.
This is another one of those fun, and then there's more type rooms. To clear off some of the guys on the ground, and then we can go for a sprint through here, clear out the walls, and some more missiles. I'm just going to go clear out the last 3 checks in the abandoned ship. In the meantime, whilst I'm navigating back to the abandoned ship and you are heading through the dungeon, is there anything our host would like to read?
Yeah, so you're already seeing 2 speedruns at the same time, but if that's not enough for you and you're looking for more, there's a brand new event coming around. The Marathon Alliance is a novel collaboration bringing different European speedrunning organizations together. They're officially starting with their inaugural event on November 7th, and they'll show you what the European speedrunning family has to offer to the comfort of your home. If you want to become a part of it, submit your speedrun submissions until October 18th. That's very soon, gotta go fast. Follow them on Twitter at MA_speedrun for more information on that, and also follow them over on Twitch at Marathon Alliance so you don't miss the start of this new adventure. See you there.
Right, that's me just about finished heading through criteria now. Just need to head to the other side to get to the abandoned ship. That'll give us the last 3 checks, and from there I will just attempt to sequence break through Lower Norfair.
That's me finish the first part of Skullwoods now, so I'll be going into the next area. Go through this a little wee bit, and then I'll be at the main entrance. If this guy will let me by. You have to be careful as well, because you can be very easily grabbed by the Floor Master. In this game, it's pretty unforgiving. You could be far away from where he actually is, and he will still grab you. Not very friendly in this game. Oh, when I get turned into a rabbit, I become a morph ball. That's interesting. Pretty sure I saw that earlier. I just never commented on it.
Cool. We're just going to check what the item at the top of here is. It's much easier to check now that we've got the speed booster. I think it's around here. Just a regular archipelago item, but I'm just going to double check that.
Time for another donation.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, to go.
Okay, so we have $100 from Nanaki Emmy. And Emmy is saying, "Hi chat, please accept this as my apology for the audio issues earlier. CD, Synth, keep it going, you're doing great."
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Who's ready for another round of bowling? So we're gonna come back down here now that we've got the speed booster. There is one last item for us to check here. Or no, that's a lie. There's 2, because there's one I missed receiving earlier because we were out of power bombs.
So I've got everything I need to finish this dungeon. I just need to not die to the dungeon or the boss. The boss in this dungeon can be very annoying. If anyone has ever played Link to the Past before, they'll know what I mean. Mothra has a massive spike wall behind it. And all around the dungeon, so it's very easy to get hit while you're on conveyor belts. The one part some people might not know is any time that Mothra hits the spike wall, the damage that you just hit it with gets negated. So you have to do very specific spacing and not hit him into the wall, otherwise you're going to be there for a little bit longer than you would hope.
Okay, that's me finished the last check that I've got before heading to Lower Norfair. So we're just going to head there, see if we can land the trick before. It's not something I've practiced, as it's not something that's really ever come up before, not having space jump this far into the run. So we'll see how that goes. Presumably it is somewhere in Synth's world. It will show up when it chooses to show up, but in the meantime, we will see how far we can get without it.
Okay, here we go. You don't need Fire Rod for this fight, but it is very handy to have, since it is a ranged weapon.
Just going for the refill here. We are going to go take the elevator on the right down. That will take us to Red Brinstar, and then take us pretty quickly down to Norfair.
An item for you. And a pendant.
More missiles! Can never get enough of those.
What is your max counter for missiles?
That is a fantastic question. I know Metroid has exactly 100 checks. It is a very nice round number. That is how it does the percentage. It is just the number.
Yeah, so I checked everything I could in Skullwoods, so I can happily go back into... I am able to do this quick check. I'm going to do it. If this happens to be something I need, I'm going to be very angry, because it means I'll have to do every single dungeon in the game. Hopefully not. Energy tank. One of the energy tanks is on Master Sword pedestal. You're not getting that.
Yeah, no, I think I'm alright. I'm already on 2 rows.
Yeah. So now that I've done that, I'm now going to have to be forced to do Ice Palace, unfortunately. Much to my dismay. So yet again, I'm going to have to do Fake Flipper to get there. First try, that's very nice. And then we'll go pit.
So, I'm going to go for a save point that's a little closer to the room I'm going to be doing the trick in.
Oh, yeah, I need Ice Rod first. Then I need a thing.
There's a save point just up here we're going to use just in case something goes wrong.
Yeah, Hookshot is surprisingly really strong in this dungeon. Penguins die to it. Blobs die to it. Those jellyfish that electrocute you if you touch them or swing at them. Apparently don't electrocute you if you hit them with a metal object. You know, it's... I'll take it. Ice physics as well in this dungeon can be really interesting. You can have a lot of momentum with certain sword swings. Can be quite hard to get used to. Sure, it's everyone's favorite dungeon when they were growing up.
Okay, let's see if we can land this trick now. If we do it maybe from like here.
There is quite a lot of clips you can do in this game as well, if you know how to perform them. They are specifically frame sensitive, but there are plenty of strats to get them consistently. Not something I'm particularly fond of doing due to how they are, but you can see some really impressive runs with them if they are allowed. In fact, if you actually want to beat this game as fast as possible, you can just run warp to credits by going to Death Mountain.
I don't think I got the jump in route. I would like to freeze that guy. He is causing me a lot of lag.
And yeah, kill this guy.
Don't think I got the jump there. Don't think I got a jump. There's a sound cue I'm looking out for, which is like, you can just hear the sound effect as it pauses. There we go.
Damn, I've never gone through that room without taking damage. That's a new one for me.
Hey, there we go. Okay, now we can go start clearing out Lower Norfair. I'm going to save the game whilst we're here, because I don't want to have to do that trick again.
Yeah, the fact that you have to save to not lose the items that you've just found. When I've played Super Metroid Rando, it's quite brutal if you're not used to the game.
So we are just kind of going to beeline it straight to Ridley, since still got plenty of things, so we're not going to bother going through all the items. I'm able just to kind of head straight to where the boss is.
I have
plenty of ammo.
Big key.
Should be.
I do have big key. Right. Can you get through the stairs, please?
So we're skipping the Golden Jozo boss. We can do that because we don't effectively know what we'd need from it anyway. More missiles.
More missiles.
Hopefully we'll be able to tank our way through this room. Come on, give me a spin jump.
So me finding that is quite handy actually, because there's only 2 checks for me to actually hunt for here, and that's the second one. So I can literally just finish the dungeon now. I don't have to go through the rest of the dungeon. That's very, very nice. That's 2 of 4. I believe it's 4, but...
Turned off the gravity suit, that's why I was taking so much damage there.
There's a few more things I'm going to have to do in here, but thankfully I could just go to the boss afterwards. The boss in here can be very annoying. Not my favorite boss in the game. Not the worst either.
Just trying to remember the hitbox of this roof is, see if I can do the jump through it. There we go.
I need a key game. That's not a key.
We'll skip checking the Mickey Mouse room.
Oh, there's momentum playing against me.
Weird having to actually do this climb. Normally I can just like space jump up here. So the space jump is effectively an infinite jump. It's kind of like the end game when it comes to being able to gain height in Metroid. So it's a bit of a shame that that's the one thing we're really lacking here.
Yeah, that's the one thing you're needing now, isn't it?
Not necessarily need. I think I can do the rest of the game without it, given that I've gotten this far. Run past all these guys.
Yeah, so that's my key there.
Safe to save. Just as I go.
Yeah, so these enemies are really annoying. You need to have bombs to actually beat them. Otherwise, they are unkillable. The little skeleton guys.
Ooh, there's your flippers.
Hey, that's very, very nice. Thank you very much. Means after this, I can now do Swamp Palace. That means the only thing I need left is Ice Rod. Or Bombos if I got really unlucky and the 1 in 3 I need is Bombos.
Cool. So I'm just coming into Ridley. I'm going to spend just a minute or so grinding some additional health, just to make sure I do not die to the Ridley fight.
Ah, why did I go in here? That's a bad idea. Yeah, I could have gone for a better way.
Just gonna get up to 4 energy tanks, and then I should be fine.
Yeah, so that, there we go. You can tell this is a fun room to do. Out.
Cool, here we are, Ridley fight. So super missiles are very effective against Ridley. We are going to shoot as many as we can.
There's another room.
Cool, almost got it. Ridley was one of the scariest bosses when I was like playing this through initially casually. A lot less scary once you've learned that it doesn't take that many supers to bring it down.
Yeah, it can be a tricky fight.
I've got my reserve, so it's fine. There we go, there's Ridley.
I feel like for Link to the Past, probably the hardest fight for most beginners is probably Blind or Ganon himself. Ganon can be a massive pain due to quite tight timings and obviously needing quite a few items to fight. So we now finally got my keys that I needed as well.
Careful with my health here. I've still got my reserves tanks, but I'd rather not go into them if I can avoid it.
Yep. So all that massive backtracking was just to get one key. That's all I needed.
And I'm just gonna get up to maybe just about 2 tanks to get me through this next part. I need to climb back up through Lower Norfair, through Upper Norfair, and then all the way back to the top to start going through the end game. One more, there we go.
Yeah, so this dungeon, normally you'd have to have a massive backtrack to be able to push the block that was upstairs onto there. If you've already got the King of Samaria, that makes that a lot more easier. You don't need to bother with all of that. And quite a unceremonious entry here is the boss. It's quite a surprise entry.
From here, I'm pretty much going to beeline it to the end. We are very much in go mode, so we don't gain too much from continuing to look for items, especially whilst Synth still has things to be doing. If Synth was stuck waiting, I would probably take this time to go and continue hunting for items. But I think that's the most effective use of our time just now is clearing the game to release the final few checks.
Yep.
Even then, I don't think there's that many more checks. I have about 70 or so in.
So I'm now going to Swamp Palace. So the only item I'm now needing that I know of will be the Ice Rod. But besides that, we are good to go. Oh, there's a piece of heart there. I could have grabbed that. Ah, well.
Play this carefully.
Yeah, if I check my map now, I only have 2 more that I need to do, and that is, as I said, Swamp Palace and Turtle Rock. Once I've done that, I can then go to Ganon's Tower, which is at the top of the Death Mountain, go through that gauntlet, and then I will be at the end of the game.
Are you in pretty much go mode as well, or is there any extra still required?
Only need Ice Rod now. As I said, unless unless Turtle Rock requires Bombos, that's 1 in 3. Come on, it can't be that, you know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be, isn't it?
We'll find out pretty soon.
Yeah. Could have checked it out a while ago. Doesn't matter. Keep the suspense up.
So I'm heading back up towards the top of the ship. You're clear now. A final few set of checks to check for those final items. Is there anything our host would like to read in the meantime?
Yeah, so I've been talking about the European speedrunning family, and one of the members of this family is BSG. We would like to thank them for supporting this marathon. They hold regular gatherings in the Netherlands and have supported UKSG from the beginning by spreading the word and providing us with a channel to stream on in past events, among other things. And for chat, please mark your calendars, because BSG number 37 is coming to you on November 16th and 17th. It will be streamed on Twitch at BSG_marathon. So see you around there. Thank you very much for the support.
I've just gotten a very nice item very early on in Swamp Palace. I've already got the big key, which I would be hunting for a wee bit, potentially. Me finding that early on is quite handy. Means I don't need to check the back. The only reason I check the back is potentially for Ice Rod. What are the chances it will be Ice Rod? Not too high, but I'm going to have to check anyway. Unless suddenly Mike just gives me it right now. No. Nah.
I'm not going to be sending anything for a little bit until the game's finished. So like 5 minutes-ish, I'll be releasing the rest of the items.
Okay.
But I don't think I've got any like required things from here.
Fair enough. You know, we mentioned it before. We were, you know, apprehensive. We didn't know. We're a bit scared, you know, if we're actually going to make it on time. I actually think we're going to do it.
Yeah, I think we'll be pretty bang on, but
it's gonna be close. But I think we've actually got it in the bag. Now I've jinxed us, but you know that's besides the point.
So turning screw attack off here, ice on. Start clearing out this last part here. Just get back to the surface. I would like my full ammo of supers. For the Mother Brain fight. Once I stop getting eaten by these plants, that would be lovely.
Having tier 4 sword is very, very nice for this. It's making money through enemies very, very easy.
Screw attack for life frames would probably be helpful if I remember to equip it.
Hmm?
I forgot to equip screw attack, and I was wondering why I was getting hit so much.
I was like, I thought you got screw attack there.
Yeah, I need to turn it off when going up the pillar in Red Brinstar, because so many of the blocks are breakable by spin attack.
Yeah, I remember when Metroid Dread came out, they changed how... I don't know if they changed specifically for Metroid Dread, But the way power jumps, or not power jumps, space jumps worked was just when you're at the height of your jump, you could do it. Whereas I know that it's a lot more different in Super Metroid. Pretty unforgiving. And I love how the way they teach that to people is, you're going to be stuck here until you're good at it.
Oh, I actually got that. I don't rarely manage to break through that wall with the speed booster. That was pretty cool. So we're going to be entering Torian here. This is the final part of the planet. Only accessible once you have defeated the 4 bosses.
That's annoying. Gonna have to backtrack a wee bit and turn this back. Forgot to change this.
So with these Metroids, it is ice and then 5 missiles. If I get attacked by a Metroid, I need to run back to the entrance of the room. As there is no way, I believe, for you to get released by the Metroid if you're trapped. And I need to clear all the Metroid in the room for progressing.
Aren't you able to crouch and do super missiles?
I could very well be wrong.
I swear it's the same with the guys who like grab onto you and drain you. You can just crouch and missile.
Still, I mean, ideally, I don't get caught at all, so
that is very true.
Shouldn't be a difference. Very careful here. Cool, that's the end of that room.
It was an item check, just not the one I wanted. That's fair enough.
I get this Metroid up here. Oh crap.
That is one thing I do like about this dungeon. There's a lot of item checks, and it's a relatively quick dungeon to go through. This is the longest bit here. Everything else after that is just forward. Speaking of which, I haven't gone down here yet.
Okay, I think that's the last room of the Metroids done. Now just going to be entering the Mother Brain section. So here we get to see the biggest, the baddest, the Metroid TM.
That then believes you're a friend.
Yep. It decides to attack us. Have no fear, this is a cutscene.
If I remember Metroid lore, it's because you've got Metroid DNA in you, isn't it?
I have no idea. This is the only one I've played.
That's fair.
So I come down to the bottom here, left room. There is a full health restore. There's also a missile restore, but we have 120. So we are not in need of additional missiles. We have more than enough health, more than enough ammo to clear out the rest of the game.
Yeah, at this point, I'm only missing very few items in general. I know I'm missing bombos, ice rods, both boomerangs, a shield upgrade, and that's it. Like, we've gone pretty well through this, and pretty good time as well.
Going into the final section here. Going to take down each of these red barriers. just gonna tank through the hits. As they're not scary enough to actually worry about for me.
Oh, I missed it. Come on. There we go. It's a very nice boss because I could just one hit all of these guys with butter sword. So I just grab one, hit, and then we're on to phase 2. Do you want me to try and kill him with silver arrows?
Yeah, go for it.
Ah,
Cool. That's us
bows
entering
got so much lag.
Mother Brain, the final boss. So I don't know. Host, are you able to see chat?
There we are.
Yeah, I can see chat.
We don't have a donation incentive, but just for a quick like vibes for chat, are we feeling killing the animals or saving the animals?
Well, chat, what do you have to say to that?
As we just got bombos as well. So no matter what, I can get into Turtle Rock. Whether I can complete it, that requires me getting one more item. But besides that, let's make our way there, shall we?
Okay, chat is out for blood. Kill.
Ooh, okay. So despite this being the randomizer, there is always the option of still going to save the animals. By the sounds of it, we are not saving the animals, we are going for time. We are going to get synth their items as quickly as possible.
I'm hoping that you've got Ice Rod. If not, I've got Ice Rod, and that's an issue.
So I'm just going to get the rainbow beam here. Once this Metroid refills our health.
Yeah, watch its probably like Tower Hera or something. You know, it's going to be somewhere like that I'd never need to check.
That's always how it ends up being, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, there's no in-game hint for that. But it's actually quite a handy little thing if you do play this game and you're never able to find silvers. If you get to Ganon without them, he will tell you where they are. He's very kind like that. So if you're ever looking specifically for anything like silvers, that's how you can find them. Actually, I lost a run to missing silvers in Ice Palace one time. Nice, it was Ethan.
Oh, flashing lights warning for this, I think.
Oh, what do you mean on my end?
On my side, sorry.
Ah.
Because the ship's about to explode, and I forget if there's bench flashing lights or shaking. I don't think there's as much as I remember there being.
Thankfully I was able to have an option to remove any flashing images on my end. There's quite a few in Link to the Past.
So for getting through the escape here, it's a set path, always is the same, we know where to go. We've got the high jump boots, that makes it a lot easier to get through this next room. I really dislike this room. But the high jump boots makes it significantly more manageable. There we go. Just that first part, the regular jump does not get you high enough. Do some wall jumps off this wall. This will take us back up to this infamous climbing section. We're just going to go around the side of there, jump up. Oh, platforming is hard, especially when the screen is shaking.
Nah, you've got this.
Oh yeah, plenty of time. Right, do I have what you need to finish the game? Let's find out.
That'd be very nice. Cool little thing there. You can avoid damage by doing that.
Cool, so now we just need to wait for the ship to take off. That'll register my game as complete. I think that has sent them through now.
Also, well done.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
That's quite a few. Da 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 da.
Oh, there's your net.
Da na na na. Okay, that's not good.
No, no.
That's not good.
Are we maybe want to use the hint for finding out what the sauce thing is?
I wouldn't mind, because I've got an entire game. I could look for it, so you're able to. Are you able to pop up?
I can check it, yeah.
It might be in here. You know, that is possible. It'd be really nice if it is.
Just checking the spoiler log.
I always forget there's a key at the bottom here. Grab magic first.
What's the item you're looking for, sorry?
Ice rod. Watch, it's right here. No.
Turtle Rock.
Oh, well, there you go. We played the scene perfectly, because I'm already here. That's great.
The Crystal Roller Room.
Okay. That's awesome. That is great.
Yep, so yeah, it was pretty much perfect.
Yeah, we played that very well. Yeah, so Turtle Rock is the, I guess you could say the fun, Minish, well, not Minish Cap, a link between, a Link's Awakening, sorry. A Link's Awakening dungeon. It's got Mario enemies in it, like these guys. I don't need him, that's fine. Wait, you said Crystal Roller Room?
Yeah.
I was just in it. Or maybe no, I'm thinking of another room, probably.
I have no idea what the rooms are called in A Link to the Past, I'm afraid.
I'm not too well versed in the names of each room. But I'm like, there's rollers in there.
Oh, my space jump was in Turtle Rock as well.
Ah, fair enough. If I was just a wee bit faster, we would have gone it for you. We were able to go here a lot earlier. We just needed the fire rod. That's a wonderful room. You have to kill these guys to get through. These obviously pokies from Mario. And you want to go down here. And you want to go to the right. Never, oh no, right, left. You never want to go to the right on that end, because then you have to do the room again. Yeah, I've got bronze here. Alright, so I don't need to do Mimic Cave, that's nice. No. I do have a big key here, so I can check that. This is where it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be the case.
Yeah, because the other room was just a roller room. This is specifically crystal roller room because it's got a crystal in it. That makes sense. And there we are. That's every item we need. We are officially now in go mode for myself as well. Yeah, we played that perfectly. Need a key.
So is it the still need to clear out the final the boss in Turtle Rock and then Ganon's Castle?
Yeah, yeah, it's just Ganon Tower, and then once you've done Ganon's Tower, you've got the final fight in the pyramid, which we actually never went to. There was a check on there that I never did. 2 checks technically, because you also have a check. When you get the 2 last crystals. Because typically in the game, you get silvers from the big fairy in the pyramid. And for that, you need to get the big bomb, which is only accessible once you've gotten the last 2 pendants, or crystals. Just give me a key. I know you're holding the key. Thank you. I can now leave. Because that other chest probably also had a key, or it had your space jump.
That'll be where space jump was.
Probably, yeah. Well, it might also be on the boss. It's dependent. But I only need 1 key, so I've just grabbed that. Yeah, this is not a fun dungeon. These guys are really annoying to fight. And now I believe if we've changed to my audio, you're going to have to hear this annoying beeping. Which, even now, we still have this beeping in Zelda games. It's a lot less annoying. They've toned it down, but in this one, it's very loud. We're looking fairly okay for time. Ganon's Tower could take a wee bit of time, but we're not going to be too far behind, thankfully. This is the worst room in the game. Okay, that might be a bit of an exaggeration, but it's a pretty bad room.
It's not fun when you like just start playing Link to the Past.
Oh, go down, go down! There we are. Give me this, please. I need to get to where that is up there. So I need to go on here. I need to go up here, up here, up here. I need to get onto that little bit there, so it's like this. Ah, went back down. And down. Probably gonna die before I finish this. What was the other potion you got? No, just that one. No, I didn't want to go that way! And now we have to go through the whole thing again.
Well, that's right. Just whilst we're getting back to that point, probably for the last time, host, is there anything you would like to read?
Yes, I'd like to take the opportunity to talk a bit about Crysis' skylight services. Crysis operates 9 skylights in the UK, in Birmingham, Trent, Croydon, Edinburgh, London, Merseyside, Newcastle, Oxford and South Wales. And in their own words, what they say is, at our skylights we provide practical one-to-one support to prevent and end homelessness by taking a housing-led approach, supporting access to benefits, healthcare services and employment opportunities. Our main aim is to relieve the huge pressure of homelessness by helping people find safe and affordable homes as quickly as possible.
This room is just so annoying. There we are. So yeah, so every time you go in here, you need to hit this, otherwise you cannot exit. They decided for the last dungeons they were going to start being mean. And this is the last one besides Ganon's Tower itself. There we are.
Oh, nice save.
Yeah, that was a nice save.
The edges on some of these platforms are extremely slippery. It can be quite frustrating when you're standing near the edge on them.
Yeah, in this room it's very easy to get knocked off as well. Even with Mirror Shield. Thank you, that's what I need. I'm guessing your item's probably in here, but we're not going to find out.
It's all good, we've got what we need.
Yep. I will be grabbing him if I can, actually. That anti-ferry will be very handy. Yep, get stuck in there. So I don't die again. Oh, almost. Please no.
I never knew you could like turn those guys into fairies.
I find it's handy. Health is more a commodity in this game than mana is. If you don't have mana, a lot of the time you're just... It can really mess you up. So I'd always preserve mana over health unless I really need it.
Cool, and this is the platform that takes us across to the boss.
Yep. So this boss, you need to use the Fire Rod and the Ice Rod each to weaken it temporarily, and then you can do damage. If you do not, you cannot use the damage at all. Or you cannot damage him at all. With our level 4 sword, we make very quick work of him. 2, 3... If he lets me hit him again. There we are. And then we have a wee bit of Snake here. His movement is very interesting because it's specifically targeted on you, but he has a lot of like rubber banding and stuff. So I need to go here. I missed.
It always feels so bizarre in this game how like everything's on a grid, but then the bosses and such just start moving so fluidly throughout the room.
Alright, and that's us ready for Ganon's Tower. This is going to be fun. I've always despised Ganon's Tower. Besides being a gauntlet, we're going to have to fish for a big key. Now, everyone in the audience who is here, I'm going to ask you, shout out a number. How many chests do you think it's going to take for me to find the big key? There is a lot of checks. I believe it's like 20. So, who thinks? And I'll give $1 for how many chests it actually takes. 4. I'd be really happy if it's 4.
Let's go middle of the road, kind of like 7-ish, I think.
7? Okay.
19.
Please, no. We'll be here forever. Yeah, because if we get the big key early, we can just go straight to the second half of this dungeon, which is the boss rush. Until we find that, we're going to be on a treasure hunt.
In the interest of time, do you want me to just kind of get you a hint for the key, or you want to look for a bit?
Never mind! Yay! I'm very happy! You do not get to see Ganon's tower. You do not pass go. You do not collect 200. Oh, that is wonderful.
So that is quite possibly the biggest time save possible.
Yes, that is a very big time save for what we're doing here. Yeah, it skips so much. The first part of the dungeon is mainly just blockades of keys and really awkward mana usage. So actually being able to just skip all of that straight away is huge. We go straight to the boss areas and the massive damage rush that is this game on this dungeon. Oh. Okay, game, you're gonna do this. All right. Are you? Game? No, are you actually kidding me? Can I get launched, please? That's ridiculous. So I just got stuck on.
I was gonna say, could you like throw in a bomb or?
No, I tried it. It wouldn't move me. I got stuck on the.
I know. I mean, like throwing a bomb at the switch from there.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. Yeah, maybe I could have. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. It's a possibility. I've never actually had that happen. That's the first time. As they say, you know, something always new happens at an event. Right. This is a nice wee area because I can just do this. Get these guys up here. And then we just shoot them. Same with this area. This area is a bit more annoying because you've got these statues. Don't like these at all, ever. In this game, they're extra laggy as well, so that can cause some issues. Very pleasant sound. And we go this way. Oh, fun. Oh wow,
ooh, very nice.
Nearly, nearly.
I think it's from round about here. We're coming up to the boss rush now.
Yes, we are. We are actually going to be seeing the most of the bosses that I missed earlier, and one repeated boss. So we didn't get to see Misery Maya. I'm not sad about that. And we also didn't get to see Desert Palace or Terra Hera. So it means we're going to be seeing Moldorm for the first time today. And we're also going to be seeing the Sand Snakes as well. I actually don't know the specific name for the Sand Snakes, but they're Sand Snakes. They specifically have the first three bosses kind of remixed in this dungeon. Wee bit harder. Arguably, I think Moldorm's easier in this one than he is in his actual dungeon.
Yeah, Moldorm is a frustrating boss. He's not necessarily, like, hard. It's just when you're fighting him in the dungeon, he knocks you down to the layer below, and then the boss resets, yeah. And then you got to start the fight all over again. That's
that's if you're bad, you know. If you're awesome, you know, you're fine. I said before, bosses that are weak to arrows just get absolutely turned to dust with the silvers. Get some health and some mana here. I do not want to go through all of this again. I could have gone a wee bit further back. There was a breakable wall I could have done to grab some health. I need to kill all three of these Wizrobes. Yep. Yeah, Wizrobes in this game will always spawn in the same place. Like, these guys will always spawn where they are, but they will phase in and out of existence. They're very annoying. Yep. Yeah, I'll grab that. I believe we're coming up on our next boss here. Very soon. I need to light all 4 of these. It's a bit of an annoying room, this one. I've never really liked this one. Oh. You can save a bit of mana here by just using the lamp. But with the fire rod, we can do it from further away. Game like to remind me that the lights are out in the other room freezes us a wee bit.
Right, this is an extremely frustrating room casually just because the floor starts falling out beneath you.
Mm-hmm. You're kind of forced to take that hit, which is very annoying. Oh, nice.
We won the coin flip.
Yep.
Here's just a bomb down at the wall.
Oh, nice.
Just missed the conveyor.
That didn't count. Wonderful. There we go. Let's try that, and then go. I don't know why they put a hex there. Like, who's gonna get hit by that hex? When it, you know, it self-implodes itself. 90% of the time. I need a grab key, which I believe actually was in this one. Okay. In the other one. Or it was back in that other room. I'm hoping that this is a key. Yeah.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
The classic.
It's not a dungeon I know to like well, GT. I prefer not to play it. It's the dungeon I'm at the end. I'm like, ugh.
Right, second boss here, Moldorm.
You can actually skip this if you know how to hover. So if you, I believe it's frame perfect, but certain people are really good at doing it. You can spam your Pegasus boots and very carefully inch forward, and you can hover over gaps. It's very impressive if you can do it. Oh, nice. That's where one of the items I was missing. But yeah, it's very impressive if you could do it, and I've seen people do it over that gap. And I'm like, when you have Moldorm there as well, it's a very impressive and very risky thing to do.
Moldorm is a very physics-based boss.
Yeah.
It can be frustrating.
Yeah, Moldorm bounces you around and doesn't take damage unless you hit him on the tail. And he gets faster for every hit taken as well. You know what?
So this is the last boss of the dungeon, Agahim, I think?
Aghanim, yeah.
Aghanim. You'll have seen this boss earlier. This is just a slightly harder variation of it, where it starts off with 3 of them instead of 1.
Mm-hmm. And you'll notice, for some odd reason, I have the bug net out. You can beat this boss with a bug net. There we go, that's one. Typically, you're supposed to do it with a sword. But for some odd reason, the bug net can also knock these back. Yeah, no, not good. Oh wow, got one of them. That's impressive. He's not being very nice with his placements here. There we go, got one.
There we are. just about to the end of this boss, and then we'll just have the relatively short cannon fight after this.
Yep. Thankfully, with the Ganon fight, I can go heal if need be. It is a very tricky boss to fight. That was nice, a two-hit.
Double.
Yep. Okay, that's kind of rude where he's hiding. There we are.
Still got it.
Alright, that's the boss done. And we're just to this boy right here.
The spirit of Ganon escapes.
Yep. So I end up here. We've never been here yet. We haven't even seen what's down there. Yeah, let's go in. Let's go for the fight.
So this is the final boss Ganon. He's got "Don't stand so close to me."
Okay.
The wonderful rando dialogue.
Yeah. So in this fight, there's a couple of phases. First off, I want to do a bunch of damage to him. I was going to say, because I've got tier 4, I might as well just do regular hits. Then he will start stomping the ground, and I just have to kind of wait when we get to that bit of the phase. And he'll start removing bits of the floor. Then he'll become weak to my silver arrows. I'm probably going to need a heal here. Yeah, I'm going to need a heal. There's a fairy fountain not too far away, so I can quickly grab fairies and heal. That's actually fine. I don't trust myself to do it with that much health, unfortunately. It's not a fight I'm super comfortable with in that regard. But yeah, Samus's adventure in Hyrule has certainly been an interesting one today.
Yeah, overall, this seed wasn't too bad.
This was a really good seed.
Yeah, it had a few little roadblocks here and there. But overall, this has been really nice. There wasn't too much waiting.
Yeah, I think on my end, I think most of this has been very, very good. I haven't had any super rough roadblocks. Anytime I've been like, not sure where to go. There's always been something else I could do. There's always like another dungeon or another like bunch of checks I could do. So I was actually, I was very happy with this seed. Right here, I should be able to grab a bunch. I only need one. Well, I can only grab one because I only have one bottle. But that'll be us. That should give me plenty of health for this fight.
Cool. Now we just need to head back to the location for the back to the castle. That'll give us the portal back to the Dark World. From the Dark World, we are able just to go back to the fight to Ganon. Yeah, if you are interested in trying out something like this for yourself, it doesn't necessarily have to be Super Metroid and Link to the Past. There are so many games which are supported. I'd recommend checking out archipelago.gg, their Discord server, for the list of available games. It's just a fun thing, get a few friends on a Discord call, sit down, do one of these over a weekend. I got introduced to it by a friend Prin about a year ago or so, and I have been absolutely hooked on doing various of the randomizers over time, so it's been really nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know like things like Minecraft are on it. Minecraft, Pokemon, Dark Souls. I don't know how that would end up, but it's a thing. There's so many.
We're getting into phase 2 here. Ganon's bringing down the outside of the arena.
I'm gonna have to get my bow and lamp out very soon. You need both of them for this fight. There we are, silvers.
So in this phase, the lamps go out. You need to have both of the lamps lit to be able to hurt Ganon, and then Ganon can only be hurt by the arrows, followed by the sword attacks.
Yeah.
It's an extremely small window where Ganon is actually vulnerable to be hit by the silver arrows.
Yeah. Okay, avoid that, that's nice.
Synth does have a fairy in the bottle, so there is a revive if it is needed.
Yep.
That's alright.
Yeah, I don't know why they made it such a tight time for this fight. It's there's not many a time where you're in the perfect situation to hit these, and then he's in, like, you know, the other corner. Because like here, he's right on top of me. But
yeah, you can only fire the arrows in the up, down, left, right directions. You can't even do diagonal.
Yeah.
So if he's not in one of those convenient directions, there we go. He's got him frozen with the silver.
Ah. Come on, move, move, move. Oh, come on, that didn't count? Alright, that's another one.
And then we'll be coming up on time here shortly.
Yep. If I don't... No comment. No comment. That's infuriating doing that. Oh my god. That is indeed a thing that can happen, game. Yep. Uh-huh. Oh man. I believe this is also a fairy fountain. Yeah, we go. That was literally last hit, and he knocks me off. It's the biggest troll ever. He's worse than Moldorm. Moldorm was fine.
Yeah, the Ganon fight in this game is really quite especially difficult. Are you want to get a fairy in the bottle as well?
Nah.
Okay,
We'll go for it. It's a big trek to get a fairy in a bowl. I'm just like I'll fight it. I just need to be careful with my my health. I do have my main issue actually is my magic. I haven't got a lot of magic, and I need magic to do lamps, unless I want to do it with my own lamp, which is inefficient. Yep. Trying to be safer. Go on, stamp your feet.
A few more hits and we'll do the end of phase 1.
Yep.
There we are.
Oh, that's an annoying hit. Yeah, so if I don't hit him, he summons in that bat, which does a lot of damage, as you can see. Even with Red Mail, which is the highest defense in the game. So I want to keep hitting him. 3, yeah. Ah, I got it. Okay, right. Now I need to be very careful.
Back into the final phase.
Oh, that happened again? I can't even, like, control that either. He just happened to spawn on top of me. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that was unfortunate.
He did it twice! I can't believe he did that twice to me. That's insane. I've never had that happen to me. where he just spawns on top of me like that twice. Such a rude Ganon. Yeah, I'll grab a bolt fairy. We need to be done with this. Nah, I need to be very careful with my magic next fight. I think I've got 3-4 uses of my wand left. Without having to go back to lamp. Unless an enemy drops me a magic refill, that'd be nice. Oh, yeah, I need to go back into light mode. I do love this game, and I've loved it for a long time. Especially with how much, until recently, it's affected not just Zelda, but like game industry as a whole. The whole collectathon aspect of Zelda came from this. Oh, let's go! Thank God. Yeah. Main aspects of Zelda was from this game. Until obviously Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom have kind of mixed it on their heads. A lot of the franchise owes a lot to this game.
Zelda was one of those games that was always too smart for me as a kid. I could never get past the first dungeons in the games. I won like 5 of them.
Do you want to know what my first Zelda was? My first Zelda was Spirit Tracks on DS, which is arguably the hardest puzzles in the entire franchise.
I will never forgive them for that one puzzle in Phantom Hourglass, which involved, it was like...
Oh, closing the DS?
Yeah, you had a map on the top screen, and an inverted map at the bottom screen, and you're like, you've got to transfer this from one page to the other. And I'm like, how do I do this? You had to close the DS screen.
Yeah. It's infamous. You know what's even more infamous? People asking how to do it on emulator.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because you can technically do it. That's a really good cycle. Took a few hits, but he should be ready for stage 2 now. Then we'll be on to stage 3. Yeah, he is. Awesome. Oh my gosh, I'm getting hit like crazy though. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's right, we got the fairy.
Yep. Oh, come on. There's one.
Cool. Star's bringing down the floor.
I need to hit him, otherwise he's not going to do it. There we go. Alright, I need to do this hitless now. The entire thing. Oh, bah.
I'm really sorry, SynthKat. I think in the interest of time,
Yeah,
you
that's
might need to mercy
No
kill
worries.
not Ganon, but the run.
No worries. Thank you very much, guys.
That's right, but thank you for having us. This has been great being able to showcase this, but we'll pass it over to the host for the next run.
Yes, thank you very much.
Well done, by the way.
Cheers. Well done to yourself.
Cheers, yeah. And with the end of the run, it's also the end of my hosting shift, so thank you, chat, very much. Thank you very much, audience, for being lovely as always. Next up, we'll have on hosting desk Paulister, and on Runner and Run, we'll have Mega Man 04 run by Killer Chair. So we'll go into a short intermission, change the setup, don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.